Anyway, Landmark Legal Foundation has released a statement on the federal judge, Henry Hudson, today, ruling Obamacare is unconstitutional. The statement says, Judge Hudson ruled against the Obama regime on three essential points involving Obamacare. Number one, individuals who do not actively participate in commerce, that is, who do not voluntarily buy health insurance, cannot be said to be participating in commerce under the U.S. Constitution Commerce Clause. And there is no Supreme Court precedent providing otherwise. Number two, the necessary and proper clause of the Constitution cannot be used as a backdoor means to enforce a statute that is not otherwise constitutional under Congress's enumerated powers. And number three, the judge said there is a difference between a tax and a penalty. There is much Supreme Court precedent in this regard, and the penalty provision in Obamacare is not a tax, as the regime argues, but a penalty, and therefore is unconstitutional for it is applied to individuals who choose not to purchase health care. Judge Hudson's ruling against the Obama administration and for the Commonwealth of Virginia gives hope that the rule of law and the Constitution itself still have meaning. Landmark Legal Foundations filed several amicus briefs in this case at the request of the Commonwealth and will continue to provide support in the likely event the Commonwealth is required to defend this decision in the Fourth Circuit and ultimately the U.S. Supreme Court. Landmark would also like to congratulate Virginia Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli and the excellent lawyers in his office for their superb legal skills. Landmark Legal President Mark R. F. Lee Levin declared it is a great day for the rule of law and the citizenry, including those in Rio Linda. Judge Hudson's ruling is ironclad. General Cuccinelli deserves an enormous amount of credit for taking on this matter. We look forward to continuing to work with him. So, three essential reasons to herald the judge's findings, and they are solid. And they are constitutional in scope, not political, as the Democrat judges have found in saying the deal is constitutional. Yeah, I got a Fourth Circuit. This case, I mean, Florida has its own. There are other courts which will probably under the auspices of a different circuit, but this will go to the Fourth Circuit, and they'll all end up probably as ones. Well, I don't know about that, but they'll all end up at the Supreme Court at some point. When is the key? When is the key? Now, as far as the Republicans are concerned, politically, they have got to start immediately on the effort to repeal this. They must start knowing full well that Obama is at first going to veto, and probably the votes will not be there to override. But I don't buy this argument that down the road, look at if Democrats can be this panicked over taxes for re-election, who's to say we can't get them on board for a repeal of this? Because nobody wants this. The polling data on this, far, far more damaging than the polling data on this tax business. Actually, it's about equal, two-thirds. Two-thirds of the people don't want the tax cuts to expire, and two-thirds don't like health care. So they've got to act fast. They got to get going before 2012 on this. Also, they got to get going before some of the freebies by law are implemented, because the Obama strategery on this is very simple. Remember, Obama said when he heard Republicans are going to try to repeal, he said, go on, go for it. What he's counting on is enough of the freebies, the perception of free health care or free this or existing coverage, pre-existing coverage, as much of that gets implemented as possible. Then if the Republicans come along and want to repeal it, the Democrats can say they want to take away your health care. Just like they've always said the Republicans want to take away your Social Security. So there's no time to lose in starting to fight for the repeal of this. And I know I'm probably whistling Dixie here because, whatever they're going to do on this tax bill they're going to do, I've even got people emailing, you better talk to Larry Kudlow. Larry Kudlow says it's 90% tax cuts and 10% spending. There aren't any tax cuts.